Hey everybody! Well, today I thought we'd take a look at a fun little model kit. So this is Snoopy and his Sopwith Camel. Now, this is an old kit. I remember this when I was a kid. A friend of mine had this kit, and he put it together, and I always loved it because I love Snoopy, of course. But one of the most appealing parts of this kit is that the propeller on the plane actually would turn. It was like battery operated. So this is a kit that was made for kids. It's really simple. It's probably going to take like 10 minutes to put together, or maybe 20, and it's already painted. I mean, the colors are already molded in color, and instead of decals, I think they give you stickers. There's a little comic on the back here, like a little comic strip, but it shows kind of the detail on the side of the box here, and it shows it has little word balloons on there. I think there's a couple different ones that you can put on there, or maybe you can make your own. I'm not really sure. So the plane is already molded in color. I don't know if I'm going to paint this or not. Since I've been building so many models lately, I'm kind of burnt out on painting, so maybe I'll just build it just the way it was intended out of the box. It was made for kids. It was just a kid's kit. So this has been reissued from Atlantis. I don't remember the original company that made this kit. Maybe one of you out there can comment in the comments what company actually made the original, but I think it'll be fun, and it's cool that they reissued it. They also got two other Snoopy kits. It's the one where he's Joe Cool on his skateboard, and his surfboard, I mean, and I can't remember what the other one was. Oh, he's in a race car. I think that was kind of neat too, but this is the main one that I really liked. So let's take a look at the parts. Okay, so let's see what the parts look like on the inside. All right, there we go. So right off the bat, I am seeing, okay, so here's the motor that makes the propeller spin, and okay, so there is a, sorry for the glare here, there's a copper piece or a metal piece. So yeah, I didn't know if this was a wired motor or not, but it looks like it's just going to rest the contacts onto this metal piece, I guess is how it's going to work. I'm sure it's a very simple thing. Here are the stickers. I think these are stickers. Yeah, these are stickers. So there's not going to be decals, for kids. Oh, I see. We got the "Curse You, Red Baron," and "Gotcha." That's neat. So that's for the word balloons. If you want to use those, those are the insignia for the plane. All right. Let's see. We got. Looks like it's all in one bag here. So we got the yellow. Yeah, I mean, this is going to be real simple. Here's the yellow plane, the Sopwith Camel, the front of the engine nose part. A couple of struts right in there. There's Snoopy himself. Doesn't look like, I think I'll have to put his, I'll have to paint his eyes and stuff. Oh, it looks like that's partially open. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's already, I don't know. I'll have to see how that works. I'll probably have to do maybe some painting on this. I'm not sure. Oh, there's even some Snoopy lettering right there. Oh, that's at the doghouse. I forgot. He's got a doghouse for the stand, which is really neat. So yeah, that'll be cool. And then here are the instructions. Snoopy and his Sopwith Camel. I love Snoopy. Who doesn't love Snoopy, right? Especially when he's dancing around like that. This is very neat. It'll be cool because, like I said, I never got a chance to build this when I was a kid. So yeah, it looks like his eyes, actually the nose is black. Maybe his eyes are, no, I don't think his eyes are colored. I'll probably have to color those in. Very simple instructions. This is very cool. It'll just be fun. Sometimes it's fun to just kind of chill and relax and enjoy just a really simple basic kit to put together like this. Here's where you can see where the motor is hooked up. And I think it uses like one AAA or one AA battery, I'm not sure which. And to get it started, you just flick the propeller and it gets it going, and then you just stop it to stop it. So, alright, so we have all kinds of interesting stuff going on here. Alright, so I think this will be a fun kit to build, something relaxing for a change. Oh, there we go, it's a AA battery. Yeah, that'll be fun. I don't know if I'm going to do any painting on this or not. We'll see. Alright, well, I guess I'll get started on it. Okay, so the more I kept looking at this, the more I realized it needs a little bit of color. Not much. So I'm going to leave the plain, the yellow that it is, because it looks, perfectly fine. It's not like the plastic has those weird, like, swirls or anything in it. There's just a few things I wanted to paint, like the axle is silver. These bottom struts, I went ahead and painted those silver. The propeller, I went ahead and made it look like it's wood with a silver middle section. Did a little bit of dry brushing on the machine guns, and also Snoopy's little cap, or whatever you call that, on there. On the box, it's green, and I was going to go with the green color, but I don't know, I kind of felt like it should look more like it's made of leather or something like that. I'm trying not to make this look too realistic. I mean, it is a cartoon character after all. So it's a little hard to find that balance. I did put some silver on the engines there, and I think that's it. And I did also color in Snoopy's eyes and eyebrow. Oh, and then I filled in that tooth hole, or whatever you call it. There's a hole that goes right there for these balloons, these word balloons. I don't think I'm going to use those. So I took some UV resin and filled that in and just painted over it. So anyway, I think that's it. So I'm going to start I should say assembling all of this now. And it should be a pretty simple build, let's hope. Okay, here he is, all complete. Good old Snoopy. How can you not love Snoopy? This is such a cool kit. It's as fun as I remember it as a kid. It is still just as fun now. I had so much fun building this. It is a pleasure to build a frustration-free kit. All the models I've been building lately have been just kind of filled with a lot of frustrations and tons of painting. This one I did a little bit of painting. I'll show you what I did in some close-ups, but I just kind of want to give you the overall look at this. I really love how his doghouse, the front of it, is the stand, and it's on these little pedestals that hold it up. And the word Snoopy just kind of snaps in. I ended up gluing pretty much everything just because, I don't know, I just felt more comfortable. Everything snaps together fine. The letters down here, I put a little bit of glue on the back of it just because they do snap in okay, but I'm just worried they're going to pop out or something. But I think he looks really cool. Okay, so let's get some close-ups of him. Now, of course, the main highlight for this model is the fact that he's got a motorized propeller. So all you got to do is just give it a flick, and there it goes. Oh, that's really cool. Now, I love how the camera is doing that because you can really see it. Because in real life, it's going so fast you can't even see it. So the way the camera is catching that is awesome. I love that. And, I can feel the air from it right here. It's almost like a nice little mini fan. So I did paint the propeller. I painted it brown to make it look like wood, like I showed earlier. And pretty much everything I showed that I painted, I already painted. Look at that propeller. It looks like it's going slow, but it's not. It's going super, super fast. So yeah, I mean, this went together very nicely. I really, I don't know, it's a kid's model, so it's not going to be really difficult or anything like that. But I remember when my friend had this as a kid, I was like, oh man, I really want this kit so bad, and I don't think I could afford it, and so I just never got one. And then Atlantis finally, or somebody at least, came along and reissued the kit, and I think that's great. At least he's still around. They also have the Red Baron also, and he has a motorized propeller as well. But I'm mainly interested in Snoopy because I've always loved Snoopy and Peanuts and all that. These struts, I think, look really good, having that brown and metal in there. It just kind of makes it look like, instead of just keeping it yellow. I debated whether to put the Snoopy sticker on there, but yeah, I'm fine with it. I mean, it's supposed to be cartoony, since he is a cartoon, so, I didn't want to paint it to look too realistic. But, oh god, I love that propeller. It's great. So it runs on one AA battery, and if you need to stop it, they tell you to just put your finger in the middle like that. It's really easy to stop it. I'll show you how you replace the battery. So it's a simple process. All you got to do is turn this counterclockwise just a little bit, and then you just pull this straight out. And inside is the single battery, and then there's a metal connector that you place down inside here, and then there's like a little housing that you put the motor inside. You can see the motor's kind of down inside there. And then you just push the propeller piece onto the little stem on there. And that's all there is to it. It's actually pretty cool. And then this just snaps in place. The red hood that goes over that, there you can see the connector. And then you just kind of slide it in there. It's like, it's just kind of hollow in there. So it's got a little stump in there that this whole thing kind of fits on. So you just put it in here and you'll match up this knob. Oh, I'm sorry about a camera. You'll match up this little stump right here, this little tab. And it goes up inside this part right here. And you can see how it's kind of L-shaped. That's because you turn it to lock it in place. So let's just put it in here. And then you just turn it and you don't have to turn it real hard, just enough to kind of keep it in place there. You can kind of feel it click. And then once it's ready to go, you can start it all up again. Just like that. Oh, that's awesome. So there we go, the Snoopy with his Sopwith Camel kit. I love this model. It's so cool. So thank you to Atlantis for bringing this kit back. I'm really glad they still have the molds and everything. This kit's about 30 bucks, I think is how much it was. I saw it at the hobby shop, and then I was there to buy something else. And so when I went back to go get it, of course it was gone. So I went to Amazon and they have it, but right now it's only available through like a two-party seller or a third-party seller or something like that. So it wasn't available with their 2-day shipping, but they do have it. So if you want one of these, you can get it there, or hopefully you can find one at your local hobby shop, or Hobby Lobby might have them as well. I think this came out a couple of years ago, or it was reissued a couple of years ago, so I'm a little late getting it, but I'm glad I finally was able to get one of these. It's really cool. Fun little build, easy to put together, relaxing, nothing too crazy. Just make sure you shave off all the flash. There's a lot of flash on some of the parts, and when you cut them from the sprues, make sure you snip off every little bit of it, or take a hobby knife and cut off all the extra stubs or whatever. That way you don't have to worry about things not fitting right, because everything fit pretty darn good for me anyway. Alright, well that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. I'd very much appreciate it. So until the next video, thank you very much for watching, and have a good one!